Hello there. So today's the day. I finally got my Razor Crest in, and this is the box. I'll show you some quick pictures of this real quick. Then I'm going to take a break and I'm going to put it together. That's the big front image there. And we'll go up and over here. Just give you a good look at it here. Look at that. Oh man, it's just awesome. You got the side over here. And the stand there. And the other side here. Got a little bit of a ding on the box, not a big deal. There's that. And let's see if I can do this. Oops. This thing's monstrous. I apologize here. There's not really a good way to do this. I'll show you the back. So there's another little ding. Not a big deal. I'm opening it anyway. But man, yeah, that's just awesome. Alright, so that's a good quick look at the box. Give me a little time here. I'm going to take it out. I'm not going to do an unboxing. If you want to do that, go to Haslab Repulse's website. There's plenty of other people who have done that. But I will get this out and set it up. And we'll take a closer look at this beast. Okay, before I go into the next part of this, I'm going to show you the figures and stuff. I wanted to show you, this is the bottom of the box. I wasn't able to show that before. But it's got a different picture of all the panels taken off. And that scene where the Jawas are scavenging. That's pretty cool. I think we've seen this promo shot before, but still, I really do like it, even though they're using the wrong man doing it. But no big deal. All right, so let me get the box out of the way here, and we'll start talking about the figures. Okay, so these figures are pretty cool. Well, actually, before we do that, I'll show you. This came with it as well. This is the little manual for it. So it shows you how to put on the engines, put in the landing gear if you're going to use it that way. It shows you the escape pod, how to get it out, and that's pretty cool. I'll show that in a little bit. And it shows you how to put that back in, a little button for taking that top panel off. And it also shows you how the little holder for the carbonite blocks work. And also there with the cargo netting, shows you where you can put certain figures or different accessories. It did come with like a bunch of extra bags to put on there. I put them on the opposite wall and left the cargo netting where it was. Also show you with a removable panel and a little hidden compartment there, right next to the space toilet. Oh yeah, it shows you the din jar where you can put his jetpack and all that. And then here, this is great. This is probably the best picture in this whole thing. It shows you where to put the weapons. Let me tell you, this was the biggest pain in the butt. I mean, putting in that leftmost thermal detonator here. Yeah. That one, if you were outside, you may have been hearing on the winds the faint sound of me cussing the crap out of this. My kids learned a few new words as I was trying to put all this stuff together. One thing that did help was these doors do pop off. I popped the doors off, gave me a little more room to get in there with my giant friggin' hands to put these little itty bitty frickin' guns in there. Just a little patience and everything else to take it out. What's neat is with the thermal detonators, there's 3 little pegs, and on the back of each one there's a tiny little hole. So you got to line that up, and you got these giant freaking hands in there trying to do this. Yeah, can you tell? It was a little frustrating, but I'll show you that when I get in there. Thank God I don't think any of these are ever coming out. So there is somewhere here. It shows you the back panel and the rear turret, which is really cool. Shows you the side panel there that comes out, the doors and the gangplanks and stuff. I'll just get the cockpit open there, and other different panels, the engine panels and stuff. They do fit very well. They do for the most part. They do come out pretty easy. I'll show you that when we get to the ship itself. Hopefully, if there's space. But there's stuff on the other side. I'll tell you that right now, this piece I haven't been able to get out yet, and I will try again when I'm showing it off. But that one's a little tough. And it also shows you how to work the stand, how to put the stand on, and then the back with the designed by Haslab. So it's a neat little manual, definitely going to be worth holding on to there. But here are the figures that come with it. Okay, we'll start with Mando since he's out. It's basically, it is the full Beskar Mando, like we all knew. But he does come with this nice soft goods cape. God, I would kill to get like a dozen more of these. I want every Mando I have to have this little cape, this cloth cape on it. I am praying that Tungori gets more of these, because I'll buy a bunch just to put these capes on others. If anybody knows of somebody like an Etsy shop or something, I might have to do a little search later, but if you know already offhand, if there's somebody that's making these capes for a reasonable price, I will definitely buy a bunch, because I want to take the plastic capes off of every one of my Mandalorians and put them on here. But you know, definitely worth it. This is a good figure. He does have the hole in the back. It's just like the just like the other one for the Rising Phoenix jetpack and his rifle. See, they do come with it. Here, I'll put him down for a sec. I'll just put him down. So here's his rifle. It is, oh good lord, focus. There we go. He's right there. So you know, definitely see it's got the peg for it to go into his back. I'm trying to find a place. I gotta look. There should be a place where I can store it in the Razor Crest. I will find that. It's not in the weapons locker. At least I haven't been able to find it. And then also his Rising Phoenix jetpack. It's not much different than the others. So definitely a nice looking one. So we'll start off with our little Grogu here, Razor Crest Grogu, and so we got the Mandalorian there, and that back metal pram looks awesome. I love it. It is great. And there's a little guy there. You can see the tiny little shifter knob in his hand there. A little soup bowl. It's very cool. The back here, you got your Hazard 001, obviously it's an unpunched card. Nice picture of the two of them together in the Razor Crest. That was great. And it just says there, mysterious alien pursued by bounty hunters on behalf of Imperial interests in 4 different languages. Or 5 different languages. I don't know, whatever. So, and now the other one here is our Star Wars Mandalorian Off-World Jawa Elder. Let me see if I can, yeah, here it is. I compared it with this. So basically what they did was they took, well, no, it's a little different, slightly different image. But I was comparing the cards. The cards are still the thinner cardstock. I thought they would have been thicker, kind of like the Antok Merrick card. Unfortunately, they're not. But still, I've seen a couple Facebook like horror stories. A guy was up there, he got one. His cards were all bent and pretty, crushed. That's a damn shame. If you are part of like the vintage collection Facebook group, or what is any of the others, if you've seen this guy's post, I cannot remember his name right now. But if you are planning on opening yours and your cards are in good condition, maybe reach out to this guy for a trade. I suggest that he do that. I think he's looking around. I don't know, just had to help him out. So this is Hazard 002. There they are in the back when they got their egg. And it says, the off-world Jawas found on Arvala 7 may look different than their Tatooine counterparts, having adapted to their new surroundings. But their obsessive need for technology still drives them. Ain't that the truth? So, you know, definitely the carded figures, yeah, we've seen them, but to see them up close and see them in real, you know, because we never really got an actual image of this guy, you know, with that pram. That thing looks really good. Really like it. And like I said, this, you know, you've had this Mandalorian in your collection probably already, but to get it with this cape, like I said, I want to replace the capes on every one of my Mando figures with this. It is so good. But yeah, he definitely sits in the Razor Crest just fine. And so let me just move that behemoth over here. We'll figure out how I'm going to show that off to you. So give me just a second. Okay, so here is our Razor Crest in all of its glory. I've got it on the stand. I really do like it on the stand. I've messed with the landing gear. They go in and out pretty easy. I have them here. I will probably use those for different photography shots. You know, I'll be setting this thing up in different places and doing some different stuff with the figures and stuff. I might actually make a follow-on video for this one with different shots, but I mean, this thing is just huge. And these panels do come off, like I said, and I mean, geez, the detail here. Let me just bring it in there and look at that. I mean, it's just amazing. I will actually, I think I'm going to take it off the stand to show the interior. That'll be a little easier, but I'll do that in a minute. Let's just check out this exterior here. These definitely only go on one way or in one spot, so it's really, you know, they you know, they only, like I said, they only go in certain places, so it's easy to put them back. I think it was this one, when I was taking the engine out of the box, it actually wasn't connected to it, but it does hold on well. I mean, don't think of anything too bad about that. So let's, here, I'll take it back here. So this pops off, and look at that detail in there. And then this one here, this might be tough to do one-handed. Let me, this is a neat little feature. The oh, come on, there we go. I'm pulling on the wrong spot. It's hard to tell where these seams go, and that's great. I mean, it's a plus because you can't really tell where the pop-off panels are. But the little tail gun here is really great. And it pops in and out pretty easy. Not the first time. The first time I took it out, I was a little nervous. So I didn't want to break it. I felt like I was going to break it. But since you do it once, it's not a big deal. But I mean, God, look at all that detail on this. That's so cool. I mean, it's, think of like if you have the Rogue One tank, the amazing, or the troop transport from the Mandalorian. You think about the cool detail on those. Now you've got it on this thing. I mean, it's that level of detail. It is amazing. Okay, so here's that center section. The whole thing pops out. I will do that in a minute, but that's done by this button. But here I can take this panel off here, and it is, man, it's a little tight. Some are tight, but man, look at that. It's hard to do this one. I don't want to get too much shadow in there. There we go. So here's our, let me move that there. Out comes our little escape pod. And here, let me come over here real quick. Well, that mess of wires down there. Gotta clean that up. Okay. I'm just trying to figure this thing pops open here. Where does it go here? I think it's this here. I've only done this once, so goodness, this thing is a pain. And to think this was the first tier unlock. Oh, come on. Now I'm determined. This is going to be a 20-minute video of just me trying to open this escape pod off camera. Okay, there we go. Popped it open. There's a little latch here. So, and it pops open like that. So let's see inside. So this hooks here. Let's see. This piece hooks in here, and then it just locks in place like that. And I mean, just look at it without the escape pod. That is so cool. Like I said, I am really thoroughly enjoying this. No, it won't go that way. So it only goes in the one way, you know, it only fit one way. So that's nice for people like me that forget how crap goes together. And this is, you pop it and different parts pop out, but it goes in. It's nice and snug. And now to take this whole top piece off here, this pops off. I press that button, it comes right out. And I have 3 of my 4 carbonite blocks on there. Here. Take the carbonite blocks off. And I'll show you those first. Oops. Oh, can't. Cockpit popped off. Alright. No big deal. Anyway, so here, I'll show you the carbonite blocks real quick. These are really cool. I like them. So we have here is the mithril, and they have little things on the side there as well. The back's pretty plain. That's okay. And then you have the Rick Duel gang. This is a nice deep cut from the comics. So you have Rick Duel there. And again, it's pretty much the same. You have the female partner. I don't remember what her name is. But it's really nice. And Hasbro, I want actual carded figures of these guys. Whoops. Oh, excuse me, as I go into frame here. So here's our Rhodium. And yeah, so they're really cool. And like I said, Hasbro, want figures. So I'm going to take this out here so you can see they have the neat little tracks where they all go. It moves really well. Decent amount of detail on the top. It's a part you're going to see the least. We can kind of look in the back here. So there's the cargo hold. You have this ladder that pops out. I haven't messed with this too much yet, but you do have this. Actually, I think you can just remove it. I'll pop it back in. So here's a bunch of the bags that it came with. I put them on there as well. I think there was one. This one here was molded on. It doesn't come off, but the rest of them, they were in a bag in the thing. I'm sure you've seen it in plenty of unboxings. You have this here, and it's weird is this won't open all the way with that other wall on. And you got this cargo netting here. Let me show you. Let me pop this out here. Hopefully I can pop this on the floor. And as I do this, so, and then you have, this will open up like that. And I will show you more. Well, yeah, I'll get it down, and we'll look at the interior a little bit better in a minute. I'll find a better way to do that. But this, I'll turn this around too, so you can guys see the engine. The other side, really cool. Panels that pop off. So take the canopy off. As you can see this, the way it is on the stand here, it's a little at an angle, so this doesn't stay very well where I want it. So I might have to put a little tape or something on the bottom of it to get our little Grogu in his seat. Mando right there in the cockpit. This cockpit has some incredible detail on the panels there. It's just very nice. Like I said, they really did a good job with this. And let's see what this. See, this piece is just a pain to come out. I don't want to force it. I don't have a screwdriver handy to try to pry it out, so I haven't really messed with that. Same over here. So I'm not worried about it because I'm really not going to do the Jawa scene with it and pull all the panels off. So let's see here. Let me put this back on. And it popped back into place very well. Like I said, geez, you can barely tell where the seams are on this because of the way they've done it. And that's so great. All right. Guys, I'm like a kid at Christmas here. This is so fun. Well, let me get myself out of the way there. So let me turn this bad boy around. It does. The stand stays in there very well, as you can see. And whoops! As I pop it off, there we go. It is very awkward to move. This thing is a behemoth. So, like I said, so this one too. This side also has removable panels. And I can show you there is some really good detail in there. Whoops. Sorry about that. And like I said, this is just amazing. So, whereas the one side, the whole side comes off. This side, it's just the panels. But, you know, I am not complaining about that. Whoops. You do get some holes through, which is cool. There's another one over here. Where is it? I haven't really messed with this side, guys, so there we go. So, man, just that detail is absolutely amazing. And you can see here's the hatch, or the thing for the landing gear. So it's one or the other. You can't have the landing gear on and it on the stand. I mean, just, wow. I'm sorry, guys. I am just amazed at the detail on this thing. And I did not put that on correctly. There, that's better. But yeah, guys, I'm just, I am so amazed with this. It is so cool. Because as somebody, a few years ago when the Katana Jawa sail barge came out, I was like $500, and I don't really have a place to put it. It was a, kind of an easy pass for me to do. But this one, good Lord. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I really like the Katana. I think it's a great vehicle. It just didn't fit for me. But man, I am glad I did not pass this one up. It is so cool. All right, let me take it off the stand. I'll turn it around and see if I can get a good shot of the interior, because there is some really cool stuff to see in there. Just give me 1 sec. Okay, so I'll just try to show you the interior on this. And let's see, first thing here. And like I said, this was just a flippin' nightmare. But is this freaking gun cabinet here. Oh my God. Putting those little guys in there just was so hard. But hey, I think it did work out well. Let's see here. So here's your interior again. God, I'm just trying to find a good way to do this. There is our, let me see here. I'm trying to do this and see. So, there it is. There we go. Try that. There's a space toilet. I'm gonna do a bunch of different photography things, and I think every action figure I know is gonna sit on that toilet. Here, let me close this. Oops. Sorry about that. So you also have this opens, a little hiding spot there, and then this panel comes off. Let me move this here. So you can see in there. Good Lord. Come on, focus. Let's see. But you can see the little hammock for Grogu and stuff. So that's really cool. I mean, the detail on this is absolutely incredible. And let's see, here's more here. this is the wall that came off. So there's these bags that I put on there. All but this one, that one is permanent. But all these others, you can put them on however you want. So that's great. But man, I'm telling you, look at the engines there. I know we speculated a lot on this, on what each thing was going to be, but man, I just love what we got. And they did a fantastic job with it. If you've ordered one and haven't received it yet, be patient. It's going to be worth the wait. Like, this is just a really great one. The hard part with this is going to be, where do I put it? Because y'all have seen this room, and there's not a whole lot of space for me here. So hey, I think that's a good problem for me to have, really. And we'll figure something out. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's going to be fun to kind of just play around with this. You know, just doing a lot of different photography. Sorry about the shaky cam on this. It's just... Ooh. Sorry about that. So, you know, it's going to be a lot of fun doing photography stuff with this, you know, different things, and just having it displayed here. You know, I mean, it's easily it's as big as my Legacy Falcon or Queen Starship. It is definitely a great addition to the collection here, and so I'm definitely gonna enjoy this. But that should do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got something out of it. I know there's going to be a ton of Razor Crest videos popping up. Hopefully I did it a little different, and I've done this thing some justice. And so we should just wrap it up here. Thanks again for watching. If you are one of my subscribers, thank you so much. If you're not, please consider subscribing. If you made it this far, leave a like. Leave a comment below. Is this something you want to get? Is it something you have on the way? Did you pass on it? You know, I'd just love to hear from you. I will say this. I know there's a lot of people that are kind of down on the Haslab model. I understand it. Honestly, I wish they would do a payment plan that, you know, you could pay it through the year while you're waiting for them to make it. But like I said, this thing is so monstrous, I could not imagine it being on a shelf in a store. It is that big. I mean, it's my Legacy Falcon did not come in a box this big. You know, this is easily one of the biggest things in my collection in the vintage, in the 3 3/4 inch scale. So yeah, I can understand kind of why they went this route. You know, it's okay. But again, okay, back to it. Thanks again for watching. Please leave a like if you like this video. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And until next time, this is the way.
Remember, the force will be with you always.